How are you?
Hi, everybody. How are you today? So, we got a couple good stories that I wanted to share with you today. Today, we're going to talk about the Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett affair. I, this one blew me away. It just blew me away, guys. Then we're going to talk about Tamar and Nene Leakes fallout, how they unfollowed each other and are no longer friends. And then we're going to talk about Wendy Williams. I don't want to say delusions. Wendy Williams allegedly getting a podcast. That's never going to happen, but we're going to talk about it. But let's talk about the big thing that really just shook me to my core. This Jada and Chris Rock thing. Now, I don't know if you guys remember. So there's a rumor going around town. No, let me start out this way. Chris Rock used to be married to a woman named, oh, thank you guys, Malak Compton. Do you guys remember this? And he was married for a long time. And he was considered one of the good guys in Hollywood. Hollywood's marriages don't last. He was married a long time. It could have been 15 to 20 years. He was married a long time, has 3 daughters. He was considered a good guy in Hollywood because the length of the marriage, he never really was in too many scandals, things like this. And then all of a sudden came the Anthony Pelicano case. Let me put this up. Do you guys remember who Anthony Pelicano is? Anthony Pelicano was considered, what would I call him? The Hollywood fixer. Okay, the Hollywood fixer, because he was a detective hired in Hollywood to get these celebrities out of scandals. They all hired him. I think he worked with Michael Jackson, a lot of people. And one of the people that hired him to get him out of a jam was Chris Rock. And this was, oh God, '08 was Chris Rock. Well, Anthony ended up getting arrested for wiretapping and racketeering. I mean, he would blackmail people to get out of scandals, all of this. So he went to trial in '08, and Chris Rock was the center of this trial because some tapes started coming out about Chris Rock. In these tapes, he hired Anthony to get him out of, he had got a woman pregnant. Let me put these up. He had got a woman pregnant, and he was hiring the fixer to fix it. And these tapes come out. And let me tell you guys, I heard these tapes a while back. I searched everywhere. They originally came out in the Huffington Post, but now they're nowhere on the internet. And when I tell you, I scoured high and low, all I can find was these old transcripts. Chris Rock is dirty. He slept with anything that walked. I'm not trying to be mean. He allegedly had an affair with Kerry Washington. The list goes on, but he's dirty. He cheated on his wife for years, and threesomes and all of this. Okay, so back during this time, it was alleged that he had an affair with Jada Pinkett. I don't know why during the slap it did not cross my mind that could have been the reason for the slap, but it didn't cross my mind back then. I mean, during the slap when Will went on stage and slapped him and all of that, I was caught up in the hype. I didn't really think anything of it. I thought Will shouldn't have slapped him, and I really didn't. And I said, well, maybe there was rumors or maybe something else was going on, and then the jokes came out, and then Will Smith was allegedly mad because he kept telling jokes about Jada back in the day. Okay, no, it's deeper than that. Now the rumors are, let me put it back up here, that recently they had allegedly been hooking back up again. I don't even know if you will call it a hook, an affair, because they're just having sex. Chris Rock, allegedly, and Jada Pinkett. Now, don't forget, Chris was friends with Will. This is dirty. This is dirty, dirty, dirty. And allegedly, this is what caused the slap. And not only that, what's leading to the divorce. Okay, so now the rumors are that I kind of figured this. We've been talking about this. Jada did not go to Dubai with Will. You guys heard about this. She came out against him, said she didn't need him to protect her. She could to slap Chris because she could have protected herself. She was acting like anything but a wife. Allegedly, she has not called him. This divorce is inevitable. I'm being told. Well, it's being reported that it's inevitable. But the funny thing is, Will doesn't want the divorce. Now, make it make sense to me. What? You don't love anybody that much where you let them walk all over you. She done slept with your best friend. I mean, your friend, that you weren't busties, but your friend. I just hope this isn't true. But it's true. It's true. Where's the article? I found it. Put it back up. What did I do with it? Uh it's just Jada's dirty. Jada's dirty. Chris is dirty. And it makes it make sense now. Chris was the only one that wasn't bad. Okay, he was the only one that wasn't upset. He didn't want to press charges against Will. It all makes sense now. This is so heartbreaking to me because I fell for the hype years ago that Will and Jada were a good couple until I start hearing about the swinging rumors. And I thought, well, that's their business. It's just sad that Will put up with this, that one of my favorite actors is a damn idiot. You're an idiot. I'm sorry, Will, you are. Jada is sick in the head, and Chris Rock is just dirty. I love Chris Rock, one of my favorite comedians. Felt sorry for him for the slap. But now when you're banging somebody's wife, this is crazy. It's all crazy, crazy, crazy. Here, this is the article. I'll put it back up. And it's even worse. What the hell is going on in Hollywood? There are a bunch of sickos running around town. Hollywood is just a hot ass mess. Okay? Everybody's sleeping with everybody, open marriages. A mess. This is a mess. And is Chris Rock wrong? They had an open marriage. I mean, technically, I guess he could do it. Technically, right? I don't know. I don't care if you could do it. Where's your morals, Chris? Make this make sense. This is one of the dirtiest stories I've ever done. Will Smith has ruined his career over this mess. And he still wants to be married to the woman. She's the one that finally wants a divorce. And the divorce is the best thing that ever happened to these two. It was never a marriage to begin with. A mess, okay? This is just a mess. It shatters my dream. You guys always hear me say my favorite actors and actresses and singers and celebrities, I never want to meet because they're never the way that you think that they are. And this is just a hot ass mess. It's a mess. I don't know. It's just a mess. I mean, Jada's a sicko. She really is a true narcissist. But then again, Will allowed it. A mess. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about this long and hard. Also, let me get to these other stories because this is what I want to talk about because it's just a mess. You can't blame one person in this damn picture because they're all a hot ass mess. Will's an idiot allowing it. Remember, the open marriage was his idea. Go figure. Okay, you can't blame Chris because it's an open marriage. I guess. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but okay. Jada, let's just put it all on Jada. I don't know because I used to really like Jada Pinkett Smith. I used to love Jada. The biggest narcissist on the planet. I don't know how I didn't catch on for the longest, but I didn't. It's a mess. Let's talk about this Wendy stuff so we can go, so I can open the phone lines because we have to talk about this. This is a mess. It's just a mess. Whew, child, a mess, and it's got me heated. It's got me heated. Everybody's sleeping with everybody. It's just a mess. Will divorce that woman. You don't need the money. You still want to be married to her after she hooked up with your boy. You want to be married to her, but you're mad enough to go on stage in the middle of the Oscars and slap the hell out of somebody and ruin your career. Make this make sense. Get banned from the Oscars from 10 years, but you still want to be married to her. One of my favorite actors is a plumb idiot. He's an idiot, an idiot. Will Smith. You can't love anybody more than you love yourself. That just makes sense to me. It is just a mess. This is a mess. So let me go on to my other stories so I can come back to this, open the phone lines, go off, cuss Will out, cuss Jada out, cuss Chris out. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And for the longest, I knew Chris was dirty, but I didn't know how dirty. And remember, I heard these tapes. They came out in the Anthony Pellicano court case. Him trying to cover up getting a woman pregnant while he was married. Okay, and trying to say that the baby wasn't his when he knew it was. Chris is dirty. Chris is dirty. You get on stage, he's probably one of the funniest comedians there is. But he dirty. He dirty. And acting like the good guy. I don't want to press charges on Will Smith because, I just don't. You don't because you know you're dead ass wrong for sleeping with that man's husband. But can we get mad at him? I don't know. Let me stop raving and move on to my next story so I can go off when I open up the phone lines. Let's talk about this Wendy Williams thing. Okay, Wendy. My previous video, I showed you a tape where she's interviewing with Fat Joe, and she was just stone cold out of her mind. She wasn't coherent. I don't know if it's the Alzheimer's, dementia, I don't know. But Wendy's not herself. It is what it is. Okay, so and she came out and said she was going to return back to the show. Remember that? And we all knew that wasn't true because Sherry Shepherd has a contract. Okay, I don't know what Wendy was talking about, but just the whole interview was sad for me to watch. I mean, I just didn't like it. Anyway, so now the Sun is reporting that behind the scenes, Detmar and Mercury was upset with this interview because Fat Joe was in the roundup, him and Remy Ma, some of the people that would come on to fill in for Wendy. It's who else has it been? It's been Fat Joe and Remy Ma. What's the guy named Michael Rappaport, Leah Remini, but the rotation. Well, they didn't know about this interview. In the interview, she kind of threw shade at Sherry Shepherd, and that made them upset. It's upset how she still has not talked to them, but can find time to go hang out with Jason Lee after the Oscars and everybody else, and still hasn't talked to them. It's a done deal. It was reported today that no network is going to touch Wendy Williams because she's considered uninsurable at this point. No one's going to insure her because something's wrong with her. It is what it is. Okay, I don't want to get upset and everything again, get you guys all upset, but no one's going to touch her. So now also it's being reported today is that she's looking for $100 million deal. She wants to be like Joe Rogan for a podcast with iHeartRadio or Sirius Radio or Spotify, pardon me. I got a super chat says, guess what? So I found out that Elon Musk is the father of Amber Heard's baby. Oh my God. Okay, I'll do that story right after this. What is going on today? It's today, like nut job day. What? We'll get into that later. So that she was going to do a deal with iHeartRadio or Spotify. That deal is never going to happen. I really think that this deal was a last-ditch effort from her family and Kevin for a last money grab. But her secret's out. Wendy is not even up to do a podcast. Not now, maybe later, but not now. So, I don't think she's going to get that $100 million deal that she's looking for. She could have got it if they could have kept this a secret. But the things that they did to try to keep her illness a secret just didn't work. The phony tapes, the Photoshop pictures, this last interview was terrible. And you can't hide that something's wrong with Wendy. I'm not even going to be bold enough to say what I think it is. I'm just going to say something's wrong. I don't even know if it's permanent, but right now she's not up to par to work. It is what it is. I'm not hating on Wendy Williams. I'm a realist, and it is what it is. It's time to move on. Sherry's the new host, and it is what it is. Okay, Wendy was the best, but she's not anymore, and I'm tired of playing games with it. Okay, I'm sick of it. I'm not gonna even be like, maybe one day, right? As far as I'm concerned, it's over. Whatever the problem is, hopefully she can get better. But right now, it's a wrap. So all of this $100 million deal with iHeartRadio could have happened. It ain't happening. Especially if you can't even get the networks to insurance you. No one's insure you. No one's gonna put up with that. Sorry, Wendy, you're still the best, but I'm getting tired of your whole story. It's not your fault. It's your family's fault that I'm irritated with you, and Kevin's fault, allegedly working together for a last money grab. That's what I think this is. Now let's move on to my last story. Oh, Tamar and oh my God, Tamar and Nene Leakes have both unfollowed each other. There's two rumors going around uh, for the story of why they unfollowed each other. One rumor is that she's back with David Adefeso. I cannot say that last name. If you paid me to, people, what do I do with her? Uh, what do I do with it? Two, that she's back with David, and Nene's upset about this. Let me tell you, that story doesn't fly with me, and I'll tell you why. I did a report, I don't know, a couple weeks ago when Tracy passed away, informing you that I got personal information, exclusive information that David was there and they had been dating already. So if that story was true, maybe Nene just found out about it, but I don't see Nene caring who Tamar dates. She doesn't really. The second rumor is the one that I believe is that Nene got caught talking about Tamar behind her back. That story just seems more believable to me. And Tamar was upset. Nevertheless, she's still saying that she's not with David. I'm telling you, I have personal exclusive information. She's been dating David for a while. She's keeping it quiet from the public, which is good because we don't want to be all up in her business again. Them two fight too much. Not only that, he went to go see Tracy in her last days. He was hanging out with oh God, Tracy's husband. He was in town for the whole Tracy thing. So she is back with him. She's denying it, saying that that's not true, but Super Chat says Nene fall from grace is so sad, but she is to blame. It's just I'll talk about that later. Anyway, so I believe that they unfollowed each other. They fell out. I believe that Nene got caught talking about Tamar behind her back, and she was upset. Nevertheless, they're not friends anymore. They don't follow each other anymore. And these two have similar kind of personalities to me. I could see how they are friends. I could see that once they fight, it's probably a done deal. I don't see them making up anytime soon. This is going to take a long time. But this is what Tamar posted today. Hey there. I know y'all are used to a different Tamar, but that's simply not me anymore. I haven't fallen out or gotten back together with anyone. I'm telling you, she's been with David for a long time. He even posted Happy Mother's Day to her and called her his best friend. I'm not messy and drama filled. Okay, Tamar, if you say so. I'm healing and under construction. Now, you may be under construction and healing, but you got a reputation for loving drama. That old Tay is never coming back because she doesn't exist. Get used to this one. She's more consistent, confident, and blessed. Basically, she's so much better. God bless y'all. I do feel like Tamar has changed from the days when she was on Iyanla. Remember that? And no one can say anything to her. I do think she's changed. I think she's just always going to be one of these feisty women that pops off real easy, much like Nene. Nevertheless, Tamar, you're lying about being with David. You be whatever you want to be. I'm glad that you're lying because we don't need to be in your business. You can't handle too much backlash or people all up in your business. So keep lying, saying you're not with him. I don't even mind the lie. It is what it is, okay? But I personally know, I've been told, okay, that you've been with him for a while and that you're keeping it from the public. And I'm glad that you're keeping it from the public, because when you will run the social media all the time, every time you got in a little argument, you were driving me crazy, Tamar. You were driving me crazy. So keep up with the lie. You and Nene falling out may be a good thing, because I don't have time for BS either. If I find out that you're my friend, you're talking about me behind my back, I ain't got time for you either. You keep on keeping on. Like, whatever, Nene, you got too much other stuff to worry about anyway. Go talk about your upcoming case. That's what I would say. Now, I like both of these women, one not better than the other, but they remind me of each other. All right, let's move on to my last story. Let's see. Well, I did all my stories. We got Wendy Williams, Jada, and Wendy. Let me bring up the panel. Hey, Gary.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Diva.
What's up?
All right, let's start with this Jada Pinkett thing. One is not better than the other. Will is an idiot. Chris Rock is dirty. Even though you had permission, just because you can doesn't mean you go do it. Jada is just the biggest narcissist I ever. You have an open marriage. You got permission to sleep with whoever you want, and you can go find your friend's boy.
Yeah.
Make it make sense to me.
She is what
I don't like none of them no more. They're all nut jobs. I used to really like that couple.
It's the money. It's the money, though. Like, I mean, but she is what she is, though. I mean, look, let's just keep it real. Ain't three broke people acting like that. It's the money, and where you feel like you can just do anything you want. And Jada had Will from day one, and he just, for whatever reason, just kept following the chick. But, and like somebody in the chat,
do you understand Jada? Do you understand? Do you understand Chris?
Do I understand Chris?
Yeah.
He like effing around. That's what I get, right? And when you get this money, Chris wasn't getting nothing in high school. Let's keep it real. I don't give how many jokes he made. He wasn't getting nothing, right? When he got this money, the world opened up to him, and so did legs.
Yep.
Right? And that's where he went to, right? So, but it's messed up that he would do it to a friend, and him and Will probably had the conversation. It's open relationship, because he probably was at the bar with Will.
You're trying to add
when
more
Jada
to this.
was out. I'm just saying.
Will Smith condoned the relationship?
No.
I'm not saying he condoned Chris. He probably had the conversation about him and Jada's relationship. But see, that's why you can't tell a friend. That's why you can't tell a friend, but so much.
You can't.
If you overtalk, he's like,
Let me slide over there and get me some.
Yeah, she let anybody in the room. And then, like somebody said earlier, before you even started, it was in the chat, we just hanging out. They was like, well, once they said that Jada cheated, I guess cheated ain't the proper word. Well, it could be the proper word.
Is it? You have an open marriage. Are you cheating?
Okay, no.
Not?
I had a thing on my show about open relationships, and I learned something. They know you can have other sexual partners, but with those relationships, they consider cheating when they have rules and you break the rules. Yeah. And one of the rules could be, I don't want nobody sleeping in my bed. That's what August, messed up. You know what I'm saying? Motel 6, Marriott, Hilton, something.
Yeah.
Backseat, something, just not in my bed, right?
Yeah, when she had Mark Anthony in her bed. Why can't Jada follow the rules? What is the rule? Just let me know. What is wrong with Jada? I'm so done with all.
Well, you know what, Sharrell? Let me say this. First of all, you know what, Chris Rock, we got some talking to do. Because you try to act to the world like you was this martyr, you took the higher road. That's why you didn't want him arrested. That's why you didn't say anything. But now we know you got slapped. He slapped the piss out of you because you was sleeping with his wife. Okay, and what he meant to say, what he couldn't say when he sat back down, he didn't mean just keep my wife's name out your mouth. He probably meant to say keep my wife other stuff out your mouth too. So Chris Rock, you're a dirty dog. You're a dirty dog, and now we know why you were being so quiet, because you didn't want your business out in the street. It's not like he cared anything about what really was going to happen to Will Smith.
Keep your wife out my mouth.
What?
Now,
I
I
said,
agree.
keep your wife's dick out your mouth.
Okay. So he just didn't want his business on the street, Sharrell. So he knew that if some more truth came out, that people would have been looking at the story a little different and giving him the side eye. And even though they wouldn't condone what Will Smith did, they will understand it more why he went up on
I
that
don't
stage and
understand it more.
slapped
Let me
him.
tell you something. Will Smith is an idiot.
Oh, he
I don't
is.
care if he was sleeping with your wife or not. You shouldn't have slapped that man, first of all, and ended your career. That is just the stupidest thing. And then
Right.
you
His
should have
emotions
divorced
got
Jada.
to him, Sharrell. His emotions got to him because he was already feeling some kind of way. See, we knew he was feeling some kind of way, but we thought he was just feeling some kind of way because all the past joking about Jada. But now he know he was sitting there. This brother done slept with my wife. Now he up there on hosting the show, and now he gonna make a joke about my wife. Now enough is enough already. Now you just disrespecting me in front of everybody. You disrespecting me behind the scenes. Now you disrespecting me in front of everybody. So he snapped and he went up there and slapped them. No, Chris Rock is dead wrong. He knew what he did. And that's why when the cops came, he said, no, I don't want to press charge. I don't want to start no back. That's why when they asked
how desperate is Will Smith? You know, she's sleeping around, breaking the rules, whatever, however you consider it. She got to divorce you. He still doesn't want the divorce.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's this, is that when he grew up, his, lifestyle, whether he ever experienced love or not, maybe he got hooked on that voodoo magic that Jada got. Because obviously it's a lot of men coming in. She got something going on somewhere, right? And maybe he got hooked on. I'm not sure why he want to hang on to it. Maybe it could be his reputation. Sometimes when you get so big, now you worrying about a reputation. You're trying to just keep. Well, I mean, he don't want
treat him right. Remember that one day when she was filming him and he was like, "Please don't film me." She was like she don't. What is so special about Jada? I don't understand it.
I said it's the voodoo magic, but she's nothing but a troll.
I think, I think just like there are some women that can't let go and they hang on, Will Smith is in a reverse role. He just can't seem to let go of Jada. But if this situation right here does give him the biggest wake-up call that person is not even in the vibe with you, she not taking the hit with you, and she knew exactly why you ended up going up there. Shame on her. And I don't care if he got to stay in Dubai or wherever he's at for 20 years. Just don't come back to that person right there, because she's a whole hot mess. She's a whole hot mess.
She is. Do you guys remember the other video I played when her own daughter said she suffered from anxiety and her mom treated it like it was no big deal? She has a hard time feeling empathy for anybody. That's why I call her a narcissist. Right. Anybody but her damn self. And that's a whole hot mess. But do y'all think all of Hollywood's a whole hot mess?
A lot of them are. Now, I'm telling you, I mean, when you get money, like most people, you see Hollywood stars and you be like, oh man, they are so famous and stuff. They was raised up Louisville, Mississippi, all these are small places where they never experienced this life's change. A lot of people change. Some people change just from a title. You can be a crew member to head crew member. They change. This money opens up many doors for you to go out there to get what you want.
If that's true, Perry, then all rich people will be off their rocker.
A lot of them are.
You sound like a hater.
No, I'm saying a lot of them are off their marker, but a lot of them are smart enough to keep it private. Paying off people, doing stuff like this. But I'm just saying they are.
I want to acknowledge this comment. Mr. Briggs says, I don't believe that. Will thought that the joke was funny at first.
I think it was a nervous laugh.
There's still going to be people out there that believe that all of this is over a joke. Mm-hmm. When I heard about the affair, that ain't about that joke. You've been with my wife.
Yeah.
You've been with my wife. You doing it again.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that could have triggered it.
Y'all.
And like you said, they had the affair a long time ago, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And then he resurfaced again. And I think Will is trying to find himself to overcome the embarrassment of this guy. And then this guy saying a joke, he could have laughed, but he could have had like PTSD or something.
Yeah.
He said, you look like G.I. Jane, Joe, or whatever. Then Will, in his mind, he could have thought, this is the jokes they saying in my bed.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, I got to do something.
I'm not messing with Perry no more. I'm not.
And you know what, Sharrell, for Chris Rock mother too to come out, oh, when he slapped Chris, he slapped all of us. Mama Rock, go talk to your son who out in the
But
streets
do you
hoeing.
think the mom knows about the affair?
Well, she better find out. Her son out in the street hoeing. So be careful before you speak, Mama Rock.
Yeah, she don't know though.
The
I mean,
mother
just
don't
like
know. The mother don't know. Probably.
I can see her
She
believing
know
her
he a
son like
hoe.
that.
She know that. She knows some reason why that he got divorced from that wife. I'm sure that wife called her mother-in-law and talked to her a couple times and said, talk to your son. And she wanted to ignore it. And he know he went to his mother and said, Mama, I'm in some trouble. Some girl out there might be having my baby, so forth and so on. Mama Rock knows.
Yeah, but I tell you this though, like, I mean, she can't really. I mean, most parents gonna be that way because, like, we see Chris another way. As a parent, she's looking at, oh, my baby, this and that, successful, whatever. He's got a good heart. But for her to say when Will slapped him, it's like slapping the family. It wasn't like the family was all up in Jada when he was hitting it.
Oh my God.
Also, I forgot to mention this during my report because I was going off. Allegedly, Chris Rock has a porn addiction.
I can believe that.
I don't care. You just don't. A porn addiction.
So do Jada.
We all know he's a cheater. I don't care. Not your boy's friend.
Yeah.
Not your boy's wife. I mean, where's Chris Rock's morals? I don't care.
Well,
what kind of addiction you got, Chris? I don't care about nothing except just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Well, that's why I go back to, like, when people make a lot of money, they start wanting things that typically they can't have, right? Like a married woman or whatever, right? Like, Chris could have went anywhere in LA, found many girls look better than Jada at a real low price, but they like the challenge. Like, that's why most people, like Michael Jackson, instead of going out having fun, he'll order a monkey or something, a lion or something ridiculous. I'm trying to tell you, when people get money, they fetishes go up to a different level. What you think?
He did have a monkey.
He did.
When you have a lot of money and fame, you get bored with the monotony of
and you get tired of the little people. So that's why most people in Hollywood, little people like us. I'm saying, like, the broke people. You know what I'm saying? Like, in Hollywood, that's why people had a tendency to share wives. You notice that? I mean, you don't really see that much in your neighborhood. Oh, Sammy married her, then the neighbor married her. But in Hollywood, it happens a lot. They just, she's famous and she's been around. She got a name for screwing you. Come on over. I'm telling you how, I mean, in my mind, that's how it works.
I don't know. I'm disappointed in all three of them. It's a mess. Will needs to run to the divorce court and start all over. Just start.
I told you, Sharrell, somebody should serve her them papers right at that red table.
You know what, though? Believe it or not,
you're like, here it is.
I think she'll file for the divorce before Will.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah,
and Will still doesn't want the divorce. You done slept with my boy
because she know how to hurt him. She know how to hurt him. I mean,
make him.
That's probably why she got him in an open marriage. You know what? If you don't allow this, I'm gonna go ahead and divorce you. Well, how many guys are you talking about? No, about 2 or 3 a week.
No, Perry.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Perry, stop. You are a mess.
Oh, Jesus.
You are a mess. This is a mess.
Yeah, no, it really is.
It's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
And you got away with it once, Chris, and now you're gonna do it again.
Because he got money now. I'm telling you, people. Look, Sharrell, when people get money and stuff, they think they can do what the hell they want to do.
This is
you can tell from that picture, Sharrell, a little shadiness was going on. Why was you, if anything, you stand on the side of your husband? You don't be, it's your husband, Chris Rock, and then you. No, I'm standing by my husband.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. No, she's standing by Chris Rock in that picture. Mm-hmm. The whole situation is problematic. But Jada is a whole hot mess. But Chris is a dirty dog because he had us thinking like he took the high road. Like when they went low, he went high. Get out of here.
Yeah. And then some women just like drama. Men too. But
go ahead.
she went through this whole thing. I think she got a satisfaction out of Will being able to trigger Will to do what she wanted him to do, and just feel like she was in charge, right? But had mixed emotions because he just slapped the guy she creeping with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
This is a mess. It's a whole hot mess. These are rumors. I hope it's not true, because if it is, then everybody on that damn involved is wrong.
But I can
one
believe
ain't
it,
better than the other.
I can believe it.
Real quickly, let's talk about it's a mess. Before I drop the line, what are your thoughts on do we care about Tamar Nene falling out?
Not really. I really don't. You know, like I had seen some things written up and people go, well, you know, I would have dropped a friend too if she was going back into a bad relationship and I didn't agree with it. Well,
Nene doesn't strike you as the
business.
type to give a damn.
Well, no, I mean, because I'm saying, like, some people go, well, yeah, you know, they separated because she didn't want Tamar to go back into a bad situation. If you was friends, you wouldn't let her go because of that.
Right.
Now, you might stop trying to tell her what to do and sit there and pray for her or whatever, whatnot, but you don't just leave a friend for that. If that's the case, Tamar could have left her ass a long time ago for cheating on Greg.
Yeah.
I'm sure Tamar didn't agree with that. Well, I hope she didn't. You know, I don't know.
Let's talk about this Will thing. That's all I want to talk about. I'm sorry, my mind can't go nowhere else. I'm bringing you up, Nina. Okay.
Well, I mean, can we talk about we'll get to it.
Which one? Wendy Williams. I can't talk about Wendy Williams not another day.
Well, no.
We can't
You want to
about
talk about Wendy Williams?
Not Wendy Williams, no.
No, but I'm gonna tell you something. The story just, I mean, for me, when I see the $100 million contract for a podcast, and then it sort of explains to me why they out there in the hurricane. Why they out here doing all this? No. I'm telling you why they doing all this shit. She okay, and then you get to whisper to her, "Hey, say how you doing? How you doing?" You know what I'm saying? The question was, "Hey, Wendy, how you doing? Wendy, where you been? How you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Because she don't really know, and it's a sad thing.
It's
so
sad.
Not to make fun of that part, but
it's sad.
I think something is going wrong with her. But I think she got people in her life that's coming after her for her her to be their cash cow, right? They can't make it themselves, right? These people I'm talking about. So we need you because you an icon. They ain't nothing but users, right?
Was an icon.
They can't make no. Well, but for them, what's gonna ring a bell? Wendy Williams or Kevin or Tommy?
They ringing the bell.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a mess. Nina, listen. Who is wrong in this affair?
All three of them.
It's a mess.
All three of them. No matter how much we flip-flop back and forth. Oh my God, it's Chris. Oh my God. I think Chris did take the high road. And I'm going to say this because he could have hit Will back. It could have been a big fight out there. Yeah. Now, if all of this is true, Will did say with Gayle King, I can't quote it, but I watched it, so I can't quote what it said. But they never do anything without each other knowing in their marriage. So if Chris Rock and Jada had an affair, Will knew about it. Will knew. He said that on the y'all don't. I know y'all watched it. He said that on Gayle King.
Yeah, I believe.
He said we never do anything without each other. Now how
but
Nina, was it new? Was it ongoing? Was it after August? Was it after? Who sleeps with Mark Anthony? That's my thing.
But I was going to say, Nina, she slept with Mark Anthony without him knowing. So in Will Smith's mind, they don't do nothing without each other knowing. But in her mind, she do whatever she want, whenever she want, however she want.
Right. I believe that. I believe that, Diva.
Yeah, he found out about Chris Rock after the fact. Like he finds out probably about a lot of stuff. He just don't know how to break the chains from her. But we got to go help her release Will Smith from this spell.
Yeah. Will needs to be released, but it's something about when you love somebody.
Yes, it is.
Oh, come on, Nina.
I'm gonna say this.
I can get that, but I mean, hell,
people can be real stupid for the other person. Really, just think about all these people that be in DV relationships.
Right,
and stuff,
right.
How long they stay in it, how long I stayed in it. But Jada, when she did what she did with trying to film him, and he was at his weakest moment, and she still was like, I'd have left that bald headed crap. Look, I need to stop saying, look, I'm trying to get some implants like Marlo did. I'm trying to see how much the implants cost because Brazen took my hair. But yeah, I'd have left her right then. I wouldn't have been back. And maybe he's in Dubai. Well, he went to Dubai and somewhere else. Maybe he's trying to get his life together, his mind together, and divorce her. I don't believe everything the blogs say. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe everything the news say.
Yeah.
I don't. I do know one thing for sure, as he's only been seen a couple of times, and that's when somebody had snapped him, from getting out of a car or something. I don't know. Jada leave Jada. I'm so sick of her. I'm sick of Jada, her mama, her daughter.
Oh, Nina!
I am. I'm sick of the whole
daughter.
Because yes, the daughter too. Because listen, the daughter it's the grandmama, Jada, and the daughter. They all in the same category. All of them. She brought that daughter
put the
up,
kid in the
messed
same
up. They brought their children messed up. The only one we ain't hearing about is Jaden and the oldest son. The oldest son
Trey.
The oldest son ain't gonna say too much because he had his own issues with Will when him and his mama got divorced. And I don't care what nobody say. I seen the Red Table Talk when she came on, his first wife. Jada was having an affair with Will when they were married. And she was like, Jada was calling him, and y'all go back and look at that. I'm getting ready to tell you. I used to watch the Red Table Talk. I don't care nothing about them. I don't want to see Jada. I don't even think she really got alopecia, to tell you the truth.
I know. I hate to say it.
But look, that could have been a front too, because she has always wore her hair beautiful. I think she went bald. The grandmama didn't go bald. It was her and her daughter.
And the daughter shaves her head too. You think she's lying about alopecia?
I said, this is just little old me saying, I never.
No, it does not look like alopecia. It really doesn't.
Yeah. This is right here. What I got. It's called it's a form of alopecia from the braids and the weave, but I can't remember the name of it. My doctor told me.
And is there some part of your hair that don't have hair follicles?
Yeah,
that's alopecia. She do not have alopecia. Jada Pinkett is lying about having hair follicles.
Look how fine her haircut is and how together it is. It's two together. Girl, go sit down. But I do want to say this, and y'all can drop me because I know you got a long line. I know you don't want to talk about this. But the rumor mill is, I want to say this about Nene and Tamar. They did unfollow each other. But what I heard was not either one of what you heard, Sharrell. I heard that Yoni's best friend, Tamar, was messing around with him. So when Nene and Yoni took them trips and they went to Africa and they went all these different places in these different countries, Yoni's best friend was with him, but he was with another woman. And
wait, stop. You're trying to tell me that Yoni was messing around with his friend?
No. Oh. I said Yoni's best friend was messing around with Tamar.
Okay.
She was sort of going back and forth with him. So when they went on all these trips, now I heard this from several pieces. You can't always believe it. When they was going on all these trips, Yoni's best friend had somebody else and not Tamar. And she felt like she was betrayed. Tamar felt betrayed that Nene didn't say anything to her. Like, Nene ain't got to say nothing to you, girl. You with David.
That makes more sense to me.
Then the rest of the stuff.
I'm gonna look into it. Remember that friend that I said knew that David was at the funeral? I'm gonna talk to that friend and see if that's true.
Yes,
you call back in tomorrow and we'll find out.
Because I heard that from several different other places. The Shade Room and all that stuff has said that. So that could be the reason. And if I was Nene, I wouldn't say anything because me and Yoni, we locked. Her and Yoni look like they locked in.
Yeah. So, Nina, we friends.
Yes.
I'm dating your man's friend. Y'all go on a trip. He cheating on me. You not gonna tell me?
No,
Come on,
see,
nigga, don't do that.
no, they wasn't like a couple. I think they.
But still, you could have said something.
No, I ain't telling you nothing.
Oh
I ain't messing up my friendship. I ain't messing up my relationship with Yoni. No,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah.
My
no,
man probably told.
Nina, you gotta FaceTime me from Africa, India, Dubai, and
Well,
say, look what he
but
doing. Look what he doing.
I can see you, but I think Tamar she's so entitled and she's such a crybaby about everything. She and Nene are two peas in a pod now. They really are. But Tamar, she likes to go to social media and bam, 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 more so than Nene. You know, she unfollowed Nene first that I was told. Nene don't really
Look,
be saying a whole
I
lot
understand Nene's your girl, but she's wrong.
She might be wrong, but I'm, you know what I'm saying? That's probably what was wrong.
And if you go somewhere with Perry and he got somebody else and you don't tell me, come on, Nina.
I would tell you because you and Perry married. How about
No, hold up. How you gonna protect Nene and not tell me a damn thing?
But anyway, I know you got a long life.
Okay.
Sharrell, Diva, Perry, y'all are the true trio. And V. I ain't gonna leave V out of that.
Yeah, V's out today. She's
love y'all. I'll talk to y'all.
Thank you. Let me read these super chats really quick because I keep letting them. Wendy will always be an icon. She blazed the trail in both radio and TV. I'll be praying for her. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Jada Pinkett, Swear Smith. Let me bring up some more callers. Let me start doing 2 at a time. That way I can get all these done. Hi, Autumn. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Hey, y'all.
So you sound off first. What do you want to talk about?
Jada Pinkett
Smith. I got room for one more. Hold on. I got room for one more.
Bring them on in because we reform.
Sheila. Okay, sound off, Smoke. What you want to sound off first?
Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, Chris Rock, they ain't nothing but a low down wig wearing monkey trollops in the hole. Like they just so nasty as a part. And it's all messed up. I'm looking like I want to slap all 3 of them. And to go back to what Nina was saying, I'm starting to see maybe Jada does not have alopecia because it's at the top of her head where they do like brow lifts, and you really like there's a part where she was getting all this work done, and she was pulled super tight. So I think that's what that scar on top of her head is for. So
let me ask you this, Smoke. Yeah. Is Chris Rock wrong? They got an open marriage.
It's dead wrong, and I'm speaking from experience. Like I did this once in high school where I dated a friend's ex. I thought it was true and dumb, but look at in hindsight, it was the worst decision. You don't mess with the homies leftovers. You just don't. Even if they are dead, the situation's ex. You just don't do it. It's just going to be messy either way you shoot it.
It is.
But in Hollywood, everybody seems to date everybody. True. So why would they be different? That's their circle of people. To me, it's hilarious listening to you guys darn near contort yourself into trying to make this once again Jada's fault. And just because y'all don't understand.
Well, whose fault is it, Autumn?
Right. Listen, I don't think it's anybody's fault. I think what it is the fact that because traditionally, we don't have open marriages and we don't know how they work. Like Perry said earlier, usually when people get into those, they have rules. We don't know what those people's rules are. And we're just going to make up whatever to make it make sense to us. That's crazy. If Will doesn't feel the need that he wants to divorce this woman, he got on TV and said that there has never been infidelity in their relationship. We still don't want to believe the words coming out of their mouths, but we'll believe all the blogs, we'll believe all the rumors, we'll believe all the sensational stuff.
Oh, you don't believe there was an affair, period?
No, I don't think it's considered an affair if they know what they're getting into. That's what I'm saying. So here like an affair is different. That's a betrayal. That's secrets. That's lies. But if they're aware of it and they're okay with it, then that's them people's business.
But Will Smith walked in on Jada messing around with Mark Anthony. And he didn't know. He didn't know that.
Okay,
Come on,
but
bro.
that also is a rumor, Smoke. We don't know that to
That is
be
not a
true.
rumor. They were
Wait a
messing
minute.
around on Hawthorne.
Okay, but
That is a proven fact. They were messing
okay,
around
so
on
if that's a
Hawthorne.
proven fact, why did Will say there has never been any
There's something wrong
infidelity
with
But
in
he's
Will.
our
trying to put
marriage?
up
He's
an
also an
image
actor
for
and can
them.
lie.
He's trying
Come
to put
on.
up an image. He wanted to have an image that they were the perfect Hollywood couple because that's what they put out there for us for years. And even when they put the sprinklings were out there that they had an open marriage, they wanted to debunk that. And Jada messed it up when she messed with the young buck and he was running his mouth. And then they had to come out, and then he didn't even say open marriage. He came out and acted as if we were split up at the time. So
Yeah.
he's not
Oh yeah.
telling the truth. He's
I
trying
think
to
y'all.
keep an image. We're
Okay,
not making this up.
I think y'all are just mad and don't like Jada, and
Oh
anything
my
Mad.
that
God.
woman
No, no,
does,
But
no,
but
y'all,
no,
what,
no,
what did you
anything
no.
that
ever
woman
listen?
Hold on,
does,
hold on. Let her talk, y'all. Let her
Okay, I'm
talk.
sorry. I'm sorry.
anything
I
that
said what
woman
I
does.
said. I didn't say anything about Jade. I said all three of them. I
I'm
said
not
what
just
I
talking about
said.
you, Smoke. I'm talking about everything that's been said this whole day in this stream. I'm not just
Right,
talking about what
right.
you just said, okay?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, I think that people just want to hate on her so much, and there's nothing that she can do because look at this. Y'all are blaming her for not going with him to Dubai. I don't know anybody that goes to therapy with their husband or their wives. Have you ever gone to therapy unless y'all in
If
group
my
therapy?
husband is
But
going to therapy out of the country, I'm going to be on the private jet with
no,
him, and he can go to his session. And when he come home, I'm gonna have his chicken, his biscuits, his rice, his gravy, his juice. They're waiting for him. I'm
okay,
gonna
but
be with my husband. When my husband is Will Smith, and he had a big debacle at the Oscars, the most coveted award show there is, and he got in trouble, I'm gonna be by his side. I'm gonna rub his back. I'm gonna talk him to sleep. I'm gonna pray for him in the morning, in the night, and in the afternoon. But he won't be there for no other hoe to be in his ear. His wife, me, I'm gonna be
Come
there
on
with him.
now. Come on
okay,
now.
but Diva, you're just okay. Once again, here's assumptions. You don't know if it was inpatient or outpatient. You don't know if she would have been able to do that. I don't think on a regular basis she there cooking and cleaning for him anyway. And usually, if anybody saw that slap, I think he needed some time to himself to get away, clear his head, and deal with whatever demons was going on within himself. That's just
But
my
Autumn,
opinion.
you said
I
that
wouldn't
they
want.
said they do everything together. So now you in trouble. You going to Dubai. I'm going to be on the private jet with you, and we're going to do this together. We're going to get through this therapy together.
Okay,
Come
okay.
I'm
on
going to
Calm
now.
be
down,
by
Diva,
my
Diva, Diva,
husband's
Diva,
Come
side.
Diva,
on
Diva.
now.
Back down,
Okay,
back down, back
I'm
down. Let me say this. Autumn's trying to say if you're in that kind of marriage, you're not going to look at it that way because you wouldn't be in an open relationship. But they look at things differently than a person that's
True.
in a
That's true.
monogamous.
But they have different rules. Like, seriously, I had a show probably about an hour and a half about open relationships, and I was like, damn. I mean, because I was just wondering how people survive it, but they do. But as far as the panel, like the only thing, nobody's hating. Like I said,
Nobody's thinking.
because you know what? For somebody to use you, you're a fool to be used. So
Ooh,
blame
ooh,
go on both
Harry.
sides, right?
But I have to say this, Autumn. Let me say this. If you look back, I was 10 toes down for Jada.
She sure
And I
was.
know some swingers, right? I know some swingers. But the thing is, they have rules. But who you sleep with, the other person got to know and they got to meet that person. So the problem with Jada, she breaking all the rules because he didn't know about Mark Anthony. And I'm 10 toes down. I bet he ain't know about Chris Rock. Now, the reason why I'm going to say he know about the Young Buck, because Young Buck ran his mouth and said that Will Smith gave him permission. And I do believe that. I do believe he had to talk, but he didn't have permission to run his mouth. But I'm going to shut up, Sharrell. Go ahead.
I don't
Sheila,
believe
what do you want to sound off, Sheila?
Adam, I get your point. My husband and I were just totally big fans of Will and thought they had the perfect marriage. Unfortunately, the scab has been pulled off and we all see what it is. I think that he was aware that Chris was doing whatever he did with her. However, because if you look at it, when he slapped him, even when he walked away, he was still smiling. He was laughing about it. But somewhere, somehow, the rules were broken. And like Perry said, this is not something we see in our neighborhood.
Nope.
This is not something we see. And
But
it's
some people,
unfortunate. It's
Sheila, I don't
unfortunate.
think that they slept together for the simple fact Jada was looking at Chris with disgust. She did not look at him like she had ever been with that
She
man
did
in
roll her
any
eyes.
form of in any form of fashion. There was no love lost in her eyes towards Chris. So I once again believe that that's a rumor. And just because, and Diva, you said, well, in that picture, why was she standing by Chris and not her man? Because that was a promo picture from Madagascar that her and Chris starred in together, and Will probably just popped in the picture. Like, let's not put 20 on 10 in every situation.
Now I get that,
Well, I'm gonna
Autumn,
put
but
20
check this
on
out,
10
though.
because she could have still been in the middle. I'm
Right.
by my man. If we think it's these, every time, every picture, everywhere we at, I'm by my man.
All right,
Get
all
over
right,
there,
Diva.
Chris.
I'm running out
I'm
of
shut
time.
up.
And not only that, I've looked at people I've slept with disgust either, so that don't mean a dang gone
Right.
thing.
Come on, Smoke.
Let's
You
not
know
do
what
that.
I think?
And so I was
It
gonna say
could
this,
be.
Autumn. I mean, really, when you say that she looked at him in disgust,
Mm-hmm.
you would look at a person in disgust too if you just gave him the draws last week.
Okay,
and now
Perry.
he
Okay,
told you.
okay.
She got
Okay,
James
Perry.
Jones. I'm just
You know
saying.
what I think? You know what I think? And if you can look at it from that perspective, but discuss, maybe she came on to him and he did not want her, or he got what he got and was done with her, and she
Right.
was no longer able to call him when she wanted to. So that could have been the disgust. Who knows? But
We don't
No,
know.
like
you
Perry
know,
said,
you
this
know
is
what,
not
Sheila?
normal.
You know
All
what
right.
I'm gonna connect with? The disgust is you done slept with me and touched me, and now you up on that stage telling jokes about me. My man, that's why my man came up here and
Exactly.
slapped you.
I can't. Let me try to bring on more callers. Thank you guys. Autumn,
Thank you,
thank you. It's
everyone.
always a pleasure
Bye.
talking to you
Bye.
guys. Take
Thank
care.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
You are too much. You are too much. Hey, Sebastian. Hey, Sean. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hello.
Hey.
Sound
This
off
is
really
a hot
quickly,
match.
Kathy.
Okay,
Kathy, sound off
so
really quick.
my question to y'all is, y'all know how Hollywood operates. So this is in regards to Wendy Williams. Whenever they get tired of somebody, whether it's R. Kelly, Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, whenever they get tired of them, they know how to run these rumors to make it seem like these people, in order to get the
Nah, there's
public
been stuff said
opinion
about Will and Jada for
against them.
years.
Hold on,
So
Kathy. Hold on, Kathy. Hold on. Keep going.
in order to turn the public against those celebrities, right? Every time that you have seen any of these celebrities fall, there's always been something in media that comes out about them to
Well,
get
okay,
to
hold,
kind of
hold,
this.
hold on. Let me see. Sean, you're saying that Wendy Williams is fine and they're trying to make her appear crazy?
I
Oh,
think that she
no.
has some issues. I do. But what I'm saying is, I feel as though they're really going after her to keep from giving her money to her son or to anyone in her family. I do think she has some issues. I'm not going to say that she does not. But my thing is, to what extent do we allow the government to come in, or organizations that say that they're coming in to benefit us? At what extent do we put a stop to that? Because it could be any one of us that might be having some issues. Like, for instance,
You're talking about
my
the
husband.
bank?
Yeah. Well, if she ain't talking about the bank, we better ready to talk about the
Hold on,
bank.
are you
Go
talking
ahead.
about the bank, Sean?
Yeah, I'm talking about the
So I
bank.
got to hear
Like,
the story about
there are
Elon Musk
laws in
being
place
like
that
I remember
supposedly
her
protect
baby
people
daddy.
from taking advantage of you in terms of taking your money, right? So, for instance, I have a person that I go to for legal issues.
Okay.
She was so busy and doing so much that mentally her brain broke down. Like, she couldn't function. And because she was in a place where she had people around her to help bring her back from that, now she's able to take care of her business. So it kind of reminds me of what I'm seeing with Wendy Williams, like, in terms of how her brain just kind of broke down. And like, I think
Her
that
addictions
her
help with
divorce from
that
her
area.
husband was a trauma. I do, even though the marriage was not a healthy relationship, they still had a working relationship where he protected her in business and everything like that. So I think that to the point that she's
a person that's up there talking about celebrities and their relationships and how people's relationships are broken. Now her stuff has come to the top so much so that she can't sweep it under the rug anymore. She obviously has to do something. And so her something was divorcing him, but he was the person that, even though he did her wrong, he still made sure in business that she was protected. So I think mentally that did something to her. Her mental issues didn't come into after that marriage.
Okay, hold on, Perry. Let me let Kathy respond, because she keeps trying to talk while.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Kathy, what are your response to that?
I love you some Wendy, but she's not ready to come back. She got some serious issues to work out. And she dropped Kevin because Kevin wouldn't drop his side piece and drop the baby.
Well, Sebastian, you love Wendy. What's your response to Sean?
I love Wendy.
Oh, Lord.
I wish Wendy the best. She's gonna take some time. I wish her the best. And I hope Sherry is able to carry on for 2 seasons.
Okay, drum rolls. Hold on, guys. You are changing your mind on Wendy. You are the biggest Wendy lover. You think she needs to step back.
I never said that.
Okay.
I think Wendy,
she needs a break.
She needs a break, or she could do something that's less stressful. Like,
I mean, she had a year vacation.
True, it wasn't technically a year vacation.
I was just saying though.
It wasn't technically a year vacation because then she got COVID, then she got her lymphedema issues again. And typically,
I take a year vacation. I still got mortgage on January, February, March, April, May. You know what I'm saying? What you saying? It don't make sense, man. Like, I understand being
Sebastian
a fan.
Long Perry.
No. I understand being a fan, but you can't be psychotic.
I'm not being psychotic. I love Wendy. All I said is that if she does want to take a break, fine, great. But what I think she should do during this time where she doesn't have a show, because technically Wendy's gonna be like right now, I think she's like on a sabbatical. Like they're gonna put her on all networks.
Wendy needs to just relax for a minute.
The fact that her health and that video, she's currently on a sabbatical. If next year she does an interview where she's able to do it well, then fine. But I think she should always throw some shade on her Instagram. Try to do more lives if she's getting better. This is if she's getting better.
Sebastian, you've been hoping she was getting better for a while now. Did you see the Fat Joe interview?
You leave Sebastian alone, Diva. I'm not messing with you, Diva. You leave my baby alone. You leave Sebastian alone.
She's getting better because now she's showing her face. She's showing her face now. She is getting better.
Okay, Sebastian, did you see the interview?
Yes, I did see the interview, sadly.
Really quickly before I bring on new callers. Kathy, go ahead, sound off on Jada Pinkett really quickly.
And that is I don't even understand why they're married. She's been screwing around with mental guys for years. It's been out there. And there was no joke that caused that slap. There's more to it. You're right.
Okay, thank you guys for calling in. I'm trying to bring in new callers. I appreciate the call. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Read that super chat. Read that too.
I'm gonna read it really quickly. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, Sean. It says Fat Joe is now seeking therapy. Ooh, D. Andrea, sound off really quickly. I was about to click off. Go ahead.
Okay, I think Jada and Will and Chris, they all do what they do. The nasty in Hollywood. That's how Hollywood roll. That's nothing new, y'all. That's nothing new. This is what they do. They like to freak, so that's how they get their freak on. Wendy, stop saying Wendy's doing good. Wendy's gonna come back. Wendy needs to go into the hospital. I don't care if it's in the country or out of the country, and get her some real therapy help so she can come back strong. Y'all have to understand, those people are not going to waste their money or their contract on Wendy at this time, because in their head, Wendy is still sick. Some folks ain't going to waste their money on Wendy.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. Thank you, Andrea.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right, so I'm going to end this here because I like to keep it to an hour, because I'm going back on after this because I'm checking that Amber Heard thing out. That's crazy. We said what we had to say. That's a freak show. That's a mess.
Maybe I
Good
did.
luck, Will and Jada. All of y'all freaks, in my opinion. Wendy, I can't talk about it anymore. And Tamar, I don't really care that much.
Let me just say this. I know, I mean, because you better ready to end this thing. The whole thing with the Wendy thing, and people like Sebastian, he come and say whatever. I get, she got her fans. I'm a fan of Wendy's, but Wendy is not well, in my opinion. I'm no doctor.
Yeah.
Don't appear to be, but I'm not a user neither. And I'm telling you something. I feel like Autumn said, well, I don't know, I think it was Autumn or somebody was talking about how the industry messed her bank, messed her life up, or come after you, or the other person. But the whole thing is this: that bank is a local bank. She can walk in there and get her money. If they ain't giving her the money, it's another issue. You get all these users out there that's looking out for their own thing. Like, we can assume Wendy looking for a podcast, or we can assume they looking for a podcast, right? And let's keep it real. Like, I think this, maybe a month or two ago, you had that weird funeral. It was like, damn, who would just take somebody to a club and put their body standing straight up for everybody to see? I'm telling you, these people I'm talking about are so money hungry that they would have Wendy in a cage at the county fair.
Yeah.
Okay, Perry.
As long as they was getting money. No, I'm just saying.
But you know what, Sharrell, is sad, but it's true. Because look how they exploiting her in these interviews. They know she's not well, and at the very least, they could be behind her holding up cue cards and cutting the interview off when she goes off the rails.
Right,
It's a sad situation. I just can't talk about it anymore. We've been talking about it. I wanted to say this really quickly. Somebody's going around making comments in people's other comment sections, in my very own comment section, under the name Sharrell's World with my face. This is fake. I have a certified check mark near my name. So I'm sorry, guys. You guys know how people are. Somebody thinks it's funny, but it's not true. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If I didn't get to your comments, please leave your comments in the comment section. This was another great video. Please don't forget to click that like button on your way out, and I will see you guys next time. On three, guys, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3, bye.